Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just finished filming my August monthly breakdown of my budget, and this is going to be the actual where did my money go category breakdown. And there were some mistakes that I made on my, not really mistakes, but miscalculations. Everything is tracked. I just didn't track everything appropriately. So that being said, let's get started with August and the last time I'm filming this video. If you're new to my channel, you will find that by the time I get to this part, I'm so over it. I'm done. I just want to film this and put it out onto YouTube so the whole world can see how terrible I am at doing my budget. Okay, that's not really why, but someday I will get better, and then I can look back on these videos and laugh and say, wow, you didn't catch that until later? Oh man. Okay, anyway. So I started the month with $641.49, $206 in my credit union. That was my bill pay. My cash was $120. I added about $761 to my bill pay account, and I left the $89 as it was. With regards to my fixed expenses, and this is from the Budget Mom, her where did my money go? This is from her monthly budget breakdown thing. It's on the free resources library. And this month I had a no credit card challenge, and I totally failed that. 100% did not pass. We can try again for September though, but it's going to go a little differently. For my death wish, I was billed $15.99. For my gym membership, it was $85, so that's still good. Car was a few cents under, totally planned. My phone was a little bit over, but that's because I also bought a phone case. So that's why that is higher than what it should be. So for totals, I budgeted $257, but I spent $289. For my debt, I put in red. I just took a red colored pencil and I shaded in some days, some numbers that I don't want to have counted as my total at the bottom, my month total, because to me those numbers don't count for the purpose of this worksheet. I counted it for the sake of seeing how much it was going to be as a separate charge, but it doesn't count as my debt total. So for Barkley, I budgeted $219, it was $218.61. For Chase Rewards, I budgeted the $50 for my allergist, but I spent way more than that. And my car loan, my actual budgeted amount for my car is $287.21, but I spent $290 because I'm trying to stay above the monthly payment. For my allergist, it was $50. I paid the $50 here, but it's obviously more. And for my Chase Freedom, I was billed $42.85 for my OtterBox, but because I'm getting a new cell phone, but I didn't pay it yet. So technically, it doesn't count towards my paid debt, if that makes sense. So these amounts are not counted in this down here. And this, even though my vehicle registration, I was billed last month for it, I charged it last month, I didn't pay it off last month, so the money never came out of the account technically, but it came out here. I hope that makes sense. So for variable expenses, I budgeted $120, I spent almost $40. For gas, I budgeted $40, I spent about $22. For my clothes, I spent too much on clothes. For birthdays and holidays, it was the same. For health, I also spent way more than the $50 I had planned. But see, I forgot something. My gym is included in my health budget. So I should have included $50 plus $85, and I didn't. So my actual spending in variable was $656.03. Right? No, still wrong. My actual spending, I'm just going to cross this out. So actual, I'll write it up here. I did $741.03. And we're gonna subtract some numbers here. So we're subtracting 85 for my gym, and we're subtracting 75 for my Fitbit because that was paid down here under my debt. 7502, and that will give me, because I have the math in front of me, $581.02. That is my actual. So this is actually $581.01. Oh my gosh. Okay. Which means when I add up all my numbers, so the 581, the 298, and the 790 here at the bottom, my actual total expenses is $1,628.69, which gives me a difference of $129.69. Okay, hopefully you're still with me. It's only 6 minutes into the video, no worries. For my Where Did My Money Go monthly budget category breakdown, my total income was $1,758. For my debt, and see here, now this number's wrong. Did I spend $790? I did spend $790, sorry. I was jumping ahead of myself. My savings, I spent a little over $1. It was barely 1%. For my miscellaneous, it was 2%. My food was 3%. Health is about 12. Car insurance was 11. Gas was almost 1, basically 1%. Clothes was a little over 10%, or basically 10%. Birthdays and holidays was almost 16.5%, and hobbies was exactly 1%. So I thought that was pretty neat. For my Where Did My Money Go monthly debt and savings breakdown, someday I hope for my savings to exceed my debt, but today is not that day. So here I have my Barclay card was 12%, my Chase Rewards was 16%, and my car loan was 16%. Once I fiddled around with my math again, I realized it was 45%. Originally I had it at 61%, but the reality is that it's 45% because I spent less than $1,000 on my debt. And then for my August versus July, or July versus August, I guess is really what it is, I had a budget change, an income change of over $900. So last month I made a little over $2,600, and this month I made a little over $1,700. With regards to my miscellaneous spending, so if it's in red, I spent less this month. If it's in black, I spent more this month. So I spent less in miscellaneous, more on food, more on clothes, less on health, more on hobbies, $1 less on gas, I spent less on debt. I spent more on savings by a penny. Wow, I know, it's a big deal. I spent more on holidays and birthdays, more on home. Well, I didn't spend anything on home last month, so it's pretty easy. Same with hobbies. Pretty easy to spend more when you didn't spend it all the previous month. And for my phone and my car, I spent more. This is part and due because I did get a rebate last month for my car insurance, and then I bought the OtterBox. So my car insurance and my phone are back to the same amount that they should be, and then I bought a $42 OtterBox. 42 with tax. Last month, technically this number doesn't count because, it still counts because it's part of my budget categories, but it wasn't a billed amount. For personal, it was $10. Entertainment was $178, and beauty and hair was $417. And I think that's it, because now the next page is September. So thank you for hanging out with me while I try and figure out these numbers. I feel like it sounds like this isn't helpful for me sometimes, but the reality is it really is helpful, because if I was to do this page by myself, I'd probably just fill it out and be done with it. But because I'm posting it online, I want to make sure it's as correct as possible. So this is definitely more of like an accountability like you are my accountability partner. So thank you for being here for me while I try and figure out these numbers and try and figure out where everything's going, because it is really difficult not just to make a budget, but to follow it, and to follow it to where it makes sense for me and for you. So, because my budget isn't going to make sense to anybody else but me. And your budget might not make any sense for anybody else but you. And that's okay. And that's why we each have our own budgets. But these Worded by Money Go budget breakdown sheets from the Budget Mom, I did pay for these. They're on her website. I can link them below if you want. But they have been a complete lifesaver for me. I don't know if I would have the same clarity if I didn't have these pages. So for me, they have definitely been an investment in my financial future. So thanks, Kamiko, for making these sheets, because they have truly changed my life. So that being said, I will see you next month. Not next month. I will see you later this month, probably a few days from now, for my September budget breakdown. I might film it on Thursday or something, but yeah. So we're done with August. August is done. Yay! Now we're in September and we can start decorating for fall. So I'm very excited. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.